Hello folks, this is Craig Favre here, and today we're making spam butterscotch cookies.
I'm trying a little bit different approach to our baking today. I have pre-measured everything, and I'm going to have Craig read the recipe and add it, and he'll be chopping up the spam. I'm doing it this way for a couple of reasons. Number one, I tend to get mixed up when we're doing this, and I always leave out an ingredient or add the wrong ingredient. So today we're pretty much foolproof, and I think it'll be less frustrating for Craig. And number two, this will give Craig more practice actually reading the recipe. Usually I'm always reading it and just telling him what to do. So today we're going to try it a little different way. So Craig, what does it say to do?
1 cup butter softened.
We need to soften that butter. Can you put that in the microwave for about a minute?
Okay, Mama.
Okay. It did say to preheat the oven to 375. I did preheat the oven, so it'll speed up our process so we don't have to wait for the oven to get hot. 1 minute seems like a long time. Hey Craig.
Yeah?
We're getting ready to do a shout out for New York. Do you know any facts about New York?
Broadway, Central Park and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What is the nickname for New York? Do you know?
The Big Apple.
That's right. If you visited New York, what kind of things could you see there?
Pizza, Macy's parades.
Yeah, if you visit the right time of year. What statue is there?
The Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm. If we saw a movie on Broadway, what movie would you like to see? Or what show? Not a movie. What show would you like to see on
The
Broadway?
Lion King.
Oh, yeah. Craig's always kind of wanted to see that. All right, so the first thing that we do, we preheated the oven. What's the next thing it says?
Mix butter, sugar, vanilla, and eggs.
In a large bowl, so we can put in the butter. This is 2 sticks of butter or 1 cup. 2 sticks of butter equals 1 cup, right? And then the next thing we need to add is
1 cup of sugar.
Okay.
Mom,
It's okay. Oh, it fell into the vanilla. Okay, so let's take out this 1 cup of sugar label. What's the next ingredient we add then after the sugar?
Brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. So we have 1 cup of firmly packed brown sugar.
Vanilla.
So we have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. It said half of a teaspoon, but who adds 1/2 a teaspoon of vanilla? You have to have a full teaspoon. In fact, growing up, my mom just used the cap of the vanilla to measure. Did anyone else's mom measure that way? I may have been known to do that too. 2 eggs next, right?
Yep.
Okay. There's 1. There's 2. Okay, so we added all those ingredients. They said mix it in your mixer. I suppose you could do it by stirring it, but definitely we're using the mixer. Oh, I forgot to plug in the mixer. That doesn't work too well, does it? Here, there we go. Stir it slow at first, and then we'll speed it up. We'll speed it up. We'll get those mixed quite well. Our oven is ready whenever we are. So after we're done with that step, what does it say?
Stir in flour, baking soda, and salt.
Okay, so we add pretty much everything except those butterscotch chips.
Flour.
You know, I'm going to put on a different attachment though for stirring. You can go ahead and add the rest of the other 2 ingredients, right?
Baking soda.
Mm-hmm.
Baking soda. Salt. Salt.
1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Much obliged.
So we'll shut this up and start it slow again. And let that go until the flour gets mixed in good. I think we'll probably need a spatula. Can you get us a spatula? I'm trying to make this as stress-free for Craig as I can.
Like Disneyland?
Yeah. mix this a little bit more. So far it looks like a pretty standard cookie mix. Just want to make sure we get all the ingredients mixed together good. And now comes the part that might make you scratch your head, because the next ingredient we are going to add is half a can of classic Spam, which needs to be cut up in small cubes. So I am letting Craig try to cut this up. You just start. You can't do it wrong, Craig. And if you don't cut them small enough, I can cut them smaller. There you go. We have our safety knife. Sometimes Craig's actually fine with a regular knife. Sometimes he makes me nervous, so we always start out with the safety knife and see if we can make it work. Okay, Craig's got it cut up more like in chunks, so I'm going to cut it down smaller. But I'm going to get my sharper knife and put them together. I have thought about trying the chopper, but I think I've tried that before with some kind of meat and it gets gummy in there, so I don't really think that's probably a good option. What do you see on the calendar, Craig?
San Francisco.
Craig loves to look at the calendar. I think I told you that in one of our previous videos. But every day Craig checks the calendar to see what's coming up. And he loves to read about San Francisco. What did we look up today, Craig, so you could see?
The American Airlines?
Yes. Today I don't know why I didn't think of it before. I just Googled American Airlines and showed him a picture of the plane. So now he'll know what it looks like. It kind of looks like the American flag, actually.
It looks like the American flag.
It's all white, and the tail is red and blue, I think, stripes.
Where? There.
It's kind of the same colors as Southwest, actually.
Yeah.
Chopping the Spam does take a little bit of time.
Taste here.
You know what you can add though, Craig? You can add those butterscotch chips. And we are going to be adding 1/2 a cup of butterscotch chips.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. I just don't know what to think of this. The nice man at the Spam Museum at the desk, that's one of the first things he told us about was these Spam butterscotch cookies. And he said one of the ladies that worked there made them and brought them in for them to try, and to his surprise, he said they were delicious. So it's just so hard to imagine. And I'm guessing the flavor of Spam pairs better with butterscotch than chocolate chip cookies. And I think that kind of makes sense. I wonder what else you could put with Spam that would make good cookies. What else do you, Craig, once you get over here so people can see you, what else do you think that you could maybe add to cookies that would taste good with Spam besides butterscotch? You think there's anything else?
Chocolate chips?
Yeah, I mean, it might. I was thinking maybe like some, I have used like corn flakes in cookies before. I was thinking maybe adding some corn flakes and giving it some crunch might be good. But for tonight, we're just going to stick to the recipe because we've never done this before.
You get dropped one.
Oops. I figured he'd eat that.
Okay.
We've had quite a day today, didn't we?
And I give up.
What do we do today, Craig?
Went to Costco.
Yes, and that will be in another video. Kind of a full day.
Yep.
Because Costco, we were there for, I don't know, from a little after 10 to after 1 o'clock. Such a big store. It takes a while, and we still we didn't go up and down every aisle. We never did look at like the aisle with like paper goods, like if you'd want paper plates or bowls or plastic forks. I never saw that aisle. And we definitely didn't look at all the vitamins and all those kind of things. Okay, I think that this is good. We've chopped it up pretty small. That looks like a lot of Spam in these cookies, so let's pray that's good. To me, it sounds like ham cookies. I almost think cinnamon, because I like cinnamon and cloves. I like a ham that has cloves stuck in it with like a cinnamon glaze. I might try that someday because I think that would make good cookies. Now we just need to mix it in. You turn that on, put that down and turn it on low, Craig.
Nice.
Okay, I need a cookie scoop. When we moved into this house, the kitchen is probably twice the size of our old house, and the cupboards are at least double, and they have all the nice drawers and pull-outs. So I thought I would surely always have enough room for everything. But now we're actually keeping some of our utensils in the coffee bar. Some of the bigger ones we don't use very often because they always do make the drawer hard to pull out because these bigger ones tend to like flip out and get stuck. Just a little tidbit about our craziness. Now it's time to put the cookies on the sheet. I'm not sure why we didn't use a full cup of butterscotch chips. In fact, I think maybe let's put the rest of the butterscotch chips in. Because number one, I'll probably end up throwing them away because I'll forget about them. And number two,
Wait, what?
I want the butterscotch chips to balance out this Spam. So I am veering a little bit off of the recipe. And we're going to be rebellious and add all of the butterscotch chips. I usually always add double chocolate chips to a chocolate chip cookie recipe anyway, so what could go wrong? I'm gonna stir this a little bit more. That looks like a much better ratio of Spam to butterscotch to me. We've got our cookie scoop. Ready to make cookies, Craig?
Ready.
Okay. I hope we like these, or somebody does. I tasted the batter and it already tastes a little spammy. I'm anxious for the taste test. Okay. Let's make up another pan and then stick it in the oven. I was thinking about New York, how they always talk about New York cabbies, and actually I have ridden in a cab in New York. Do they still have cabs in New York, or does everyone take Ubers?
Oh, there's cabs everywhere.
There's still a lot of cabs?
Yeah.
Just a random thought I had. And do you still purchase your tickets? Like when my sister and I went to a Broadway show, we stood in line on Times Square, as I remember it. It's been a long time ago. And we got what were called twofers, where we both got in for one price. And I wonder, is that still a thing? Do people still stand in line on Times Square, or is everything electronic now? Do you just get your tickets from your phone? I'd like to think it's still the old way, because that's actually a really good memory. Okay, our cookies are ready for the oven. And it says that we bake them for 8 to 10 minutes until brown. I find a pan of cookies usually takes 13. We'll start at 10. Did you taste the dough, Craig?
No, yeah.
What do you think of the dough?
Tastes good.
We'll be back when the cookies are done. Are you excited?
Yeah.
You like cookies?
All right. It's time for the taste test.
Just be good.
Okay. You want one, Joe?
Yeah, I guess.
Spam-orific.
Well, gets a 2 thumbs up from Craig, it sounds like. So far, I don't think I've gotten any Spam. Did I get a cookie with no Spam? It tastes good.
So you like them? Well, I see a piece of Spam right there. What's that like?
No, I want to see you try it. No, I see a piece of Spam in this one. I'll try this. There was so much Spam in them, I can't believe I got a cookie without it.
I can't taste the Spam. Well, there I did a little bit.
Tastes delicious.
Yeah, it really just tastes like a really good butterscotch cookie. Maybe a little saltier. I don't know, but not really.
I think it'll help it retain its moisture from the Spam.
Mm-hmm. They're good.
Yep.
Try them.
Yeah.
You'll like them. You'll like them, I say. Craig, come here.
So we're licking the beater.
Would you eat them on a train?
I would. I want to.
I would eat Spam cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say green eggs and Spam, but the eggs, there are eggs in the cookie though. A winner. I'll include, I'll just post this recipe in the first comment because I could not find an actual recipe for these anywhere but in the email I got from Spam giving me the recipe. If you Google it, you'll find a recipe on their Facebook page, but it's not really a printable one. So I'll tack it in the first comment, and I'll also list the ingredients as we go.
There's another bite.
Oh, sorry.
You can have it.
A successful baking, right, Craig?
I meant you can have that bite, but you can have the cookie, I guess. Don't get your fingers close to Craig if you've got a cookie.
Now maybe I can get Stephanie to try these.
Spam, 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 spam. Wonderful spam, wonderful spam. Wonderful spam, wonderful spam. Well, this has been another wonderful day. Good night, folks, and keep on having a great day.